we've all been there, okay? You make choices you regret. You break your own promises. Maybe if you're anything like me, you even lash out and hurt the people that care about you. And then you're left asking, can I even trust myself? Like, is there hope for me as a person? And the truth is, self-trust is something you build moment to moment, and if you break it, it's not broken forever. You can rebuild it brick by loving brick. We're going to break down the exact steps that you can take to repair trust with yourself, recover your confidence, and start creating a future you're proud of. Own your story without sugarcoating it. The first step isn't move on, it's to face the truth. Self-trust starts with honesty. You don't need to shame yourself, but you need to be real. What actually happened? Where did I betray myself? What patterns got me here? Potentially write it down or consider getting professional help without editing. Like, say it out loud, write it down without editing the truth. Call out the facts without judgment. Like, I spent 2 years numbing myself with alcohol, or I stayed in a toxic relationship because I was afraid to be alone. Brutal honesty feels heavy at first, but it's also liberating. You can't rebuild trust on a lie. There are, like, psychologically speaking, steps that we take to forgive others and ourselves, and I believe the first one is to face it. So, like, if you can't really face something, psychologically you can't heal from it, and you can't rebuild trust if you're not even looking at what's happening. I remember me and my now fiance had been broken up, and my friend asked me if I could trust myself. And I was like, I trust myself at the core. Like, I know at the end of the day, like, I'm a trustworthy person. But my thoughts and actions do not convey how I actually feel on the inside. And I don't really trust my thoughts and actions. Like, I spent most of my 20s numbing myself, not making progress in life, and putting myself in a tiny self-imprisonment box and focusing really heavily on myself and not living up to my full potential because I didn't think that I was worthy of love. I didn't think that I was worthy of caring for myself. I didn't think I was worthy of the life that I wanted to live. So instead of actually dealing with that pain inside of me, I basically continued to hurt myself for years. And that authenticity, that truth will set you free. But it might piss you off to look at it at first. Also, stop waiting for confidence before you act. Once you feel better, I'll start rebuilding my life. Lie. 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 You don't need to feel good to improve your life. You just need to start where you're at. But confidence isn't the cause. It's the result. You don't need to wait until you feel trustworthy. You build self-trust by taking one small, trustworthy action today. Instead of massive promises, I'll never mess up again. Make it simple. Show up on time for one commitment. Keep one small word to yourself. Each act is like a deposit in your trust bank. Over time, the account grows. If you're anything like me and you want to rebuild trust and you're at this stage of like you really want to get better and you really want to do better for yourself and your family and everyone around you, it's very easy to put way too much on your plate and then not do half of what you say because it's practically impossible for where you are. And while you have good intentions, this slowly erodes your trust over time. So do something that you know you can achieve. Start rebuilding that self-trust. And then when you are confident that you can take on more as you feel ready. You know yourself better than I ever will. Forgive yourself, but don't let yourself off the hook. Forgiveness doesn't mean pretending it didn't happen. It means acknowledging the pain and choosing to release the weight. But real forgiveness also includes accountability. What lessons will I take forward from this? How can I improve going forward? Baby. Hold on. Part 1. Forgiveness. Write a letter to yourself. Yes, I made mistakes. Yes, I hurt people. And yes, I'm still worthy of them another chance. I believe in second chances because if I didn't, I would not be here today. Part 2. Accountability. Write the lesson. Next time I feel triggered, I'll call a friend instead of spiraling. I did this recently. Really happy I did it. Phoning a friend. Sometimes we're all a little special. Okay? And sometimes you just need a friend to slap you back into place. Forgiveness without accountability is denial. Accountability without forgiveness is self-punishment. Balance both. Also, redefine success as follow-through, not perfection. You lost trust in yourself because you broke your own word. Point blank, done. So redefine success as simply doing what you said you'd do. Don't set impossible standards like I'll change my entire life in 30 days. Instead, if you say you'll journal, write 1 page. If you say you'll work out, do 15 minutes. If you say you'll reach out to a friend, send 1 text. When you consistently follow through, even in tiny ways, your brain starts to believe, this time, I can count on me. This time, I can count on me. It feels good. Like, I'm gonna go on a little tangent here before I continue on the video. Self-trust tastes so good. I did not trust myself for so long, and to look at myself in the mirror and know that I will always be there for myself, it's so liberating. Like, yes, I'm gonna make mistakes, but I'm doing what I said I'd do. I got my own back, and I don't need anyone else to have my back. It feels good. It tastes sweet. Also, audit your circle. Trust builds faster in safe company. It is nearly impossible to rebuild self-trust while surrounded by people who reinforce your worst patterns. Take an honest look at your circle. Who triggers your old self? Who is dragging you into the mud with them? Who supports your new growth? Who believes in you even when you don't? Sometimes rebuilding self-trust means creating distance from old environments and leading into new ones. Trust is contagious. When you're around people who believe in integrity, you rise to their level. Quit letting people drag you into the mud, even if you love them. You're not a toy. Your life is special and a divine creation. Honor yourself by having people that reflect the qualities that you want to have around you. Also, anchor into identity, not shame. If you keep saying, "I'm someone who always screws things up," your brain will live up to it. Instead, shift to identity-based language. I'm someone learning to trust myself again. I'm someone who keeps showing up. Identity creates gravity and leverage. When you see yourself as a person who values self-trust, your actions naturally align. Shame keeps you stuck in the swamp. Identity pulls you forward. This is actually a psychological principle, but your identity basically determines the quality of life that you have. Your attitude towards yourself determines the quality of life you have. And if you want to improve your life quickly, shifting your identity and healing your wounds of your identity is a great tool. Feel free to reach out to me for my coaching services down below if you need help with this. Sometimes just having an accountability buddy is really helpful. Also, consider getting professional help if it's really bad. I really am grateful that I went to therapy. And also consider signing up for my newsletter down below, where I go over how successful people have overcome their limiting pasts and how they did it. But also create joyful proof along the way. Rebuilding trust isn't all about grit and grind. Well, those things do help. You'll rebuild faster if you link growth to joy. Ask yourself, how can I make this fun? Maybe you track your progress with stickers like a kid. Maybe you celebrate 7 days of consistency with a new playlist, a hike, or a fun dinner. Fun makes change sticky. I like to listen to crazy music while I'm working and sing out loud and act like a 5-year-old because it makes me want to go to work. And I love my job. It's not like I do IT help desk stuff during the day, and it's not like people would necessarily think that that's enjoyable. I get cussed out often, but because I have made the environment fun, I like to go to work. Yes, you have messed up, but that doesn't disqualify you from building a new life. In fact, the very fact that you're asking how to rebuild trust again means you're already on the path. Self-trust isn't a feeling you wait for. It's a muscle you build. Start small, keep your word today, forgive, but stay accountable, and remember, you don't need to rebuild the entire house overnight. Just lay one brick, and tomorrow, another. One step at a time. Thank you.